The deadly drug heroin has continued to make inroads in communities across Alabama. The community of Florence saw 4 overdoses last weekend alone. WVUA's Jay McSlero sat down with the U.S. Attorney for Northern Alabama to talk about the problem and how officials plan to combat it.
In Birmingham, you're more likely to die from a heroin overdose death than you are as the victim of a gunshot wound.
Northern Alabama U.S. Attorney Joyce Vance has seen firsthand the debilitating effects heroin has had in communities across Alabama. She says that the drug continues to cause problems despite law enforcement crackdowns.
Now heroin has a wider distribution footprint. We're seeing heroin being trafficked into more rural areas, but also into the northern metropolitan areas. So despite that sustained law enforcement effort, which has really made inroads against the supply, there's so much demand for heroin that heroin has continued to make inroads.
Vance says a big part of the problem lies in the fact Alabama has one of the highest rates of drug prescription in the country, meaning that it can be quite easy for people to get hooked on opiates.
4 out of 5 heroin addicts started out abusing prescription drugs. There are a lot of prescription opiates available in this community. That pathway from pills to heroin is a major part of the problem that we need to deal with.
In the end, despite taking down 2 major heroin networks in Alabama and putting close to 100 people in prison, Vance says heroin abuse is a problem that law enforcement can't arrest their way out of. Rather, communities as well need to come together in order to combat the problem.
One of the most exciting developments in North Alabama, following the heroin summit we held in June of 2014, is the coming together of 300+ community leaders who were involved in devising a community-wide plan to fight heroin. That level of awareness engagement, I think, is our best shot at making real inroads against this problem.
Reporting in downtown Birmingham, I'm Jay McSlero, WVUA News.
Vance also says she hopes to see a sustained initiative focusing on the root causes of addiction along with treatment options for addicts.